Well, hello there. Welcome to Dino's World. There's good news and bad news. The bad news is that my Honda CB500F video had to be taken offline because even the price has not yet been announced. So let's keep it offline for a while until the price is officially announced. Let's hope they price it well. But for now, this is the Zontes 350R review. Like you guys kept requesting me, I wanted to have good adequate amount of time with the bike before I could actually call it a review. I just don't want to ride it for a few hundred of yards and call it a review. So today, the entire day I spent with the motorcycle and on the highway, city streets, you name it, and the long straights, everything, pushing it to the maximum limit possible. And as much as I was impressed with the GK350, this one is right up there with one of the finest naked sport bikes that you can find in our market in the 300 to 400cc category. Now, Zontes is a Chinese manufacturer. For those who aren't aware, they have a fully robotized, automated robotic factory back in China. They've been in the action since 2003. So this is their complete onslaught, launching not just one or two, but like maybe 6 or 7 motorcycles at a time. And GK350 is the most impressive of the lot. If you haven't seen that video, please do watch it. This is the Megatron among the motorcycles. Looks just like the Megatron. Decepticons are ready to invade our motorcycle market. And how? Because it is undeniably one of the most radical, sinister, monstrous looking beast. It looks like an animal. It looks like a living, breathing monster. It doesn't look like a motorcycle. It looks like something has transformed into a motorcycle. An alien beast has transformed into a motorcycle. A predator has transformed into a motorcycle. Man, you look at it, you fall in love with it, and you got to give it to them. This is undeniably the finest, most radical, most futuristic looking motorcycle currently in our market. And add to that the full color TFT console. You have 4 different display options to choose from, and each of them look absolutely stunning. It doesn't look cheap. It doesn't look that Chinese made for a budget kind of a thing. It looks upmarket. It looks premium. The fonts are legible. The layout is premium and sporty and futuristic. So that really gives you an engaging experience. You want to ride it. You want to push it. You want to rev the hell out of it. That's the kind of machine this truly is. And the more you rev it, the more the bike or the beast comes alive. Powering the bike, the same 348cc single cylinder liquid cooled fuel injected motor, 39 bhp, or you can say close to 40 ps of max power, and 33 newton meters of max torque, 6-speed gearbox. So the gearbox was a little clunky, the clutch was slightly heavy, I have to say this, but putting all that aside, the ride impression was really engaging, because really intense, because you see that sinister looking bike, you see that beastly looking stare in the eyes of the motorcycle, and you want to rev it, you want to feel the rush, you want to feel the adrenaline pumping, you want to feel the intensity rising, and all of this happens once you open the throttle. Yeah, so if you want to ride it at 40-60 city speeds, you might not enjoy it, because this is the rev me harder kind of an engine. Rev me harder push me further kind of a machine. And the more you rev it, the more it comes alive, more like a KTM you can call it. So the KTMs have been around for quite a long time. Design overhaul hasn't happened, and whatever has happened hasn't gone well. The RC series has had a lot of mixed opinions. Most of them haven't liked the new design. So but for now, the Zontes undeniably is the 350R is the most kick-ass, badass looking street fighter. Yeah, so even the alloy wheels, the way the exhaust twin pipes are designed, so radical and so fresh, and everything is bolted together really well. The build quality, fit and finish, there's no compromise, be it the levers, the brake lever or the clutch lever, the foot pegs, the alloy wheels, the exhaust pipes, everything screams quality. With the handlebar, the headlamp design, the DRLs, the tail lamp, boy, it looks like a spaceship. It looks like straight from the Star Wars universe, like as if a space motorcycle has come into existence. So design wise, there's nothing that looks more kick-ass than the Zontes 350R. And yeah, I've given you the specs. Talking about the suspension, you get 43mm USD forks, so the directional stability through the corners is absolutely pinpoint precise. And then of course you also have massive 320mm disc up front and an equally massive 265mm disc at the back. Dual channel ABS comes as standard. You can't turn it off. It is not switchable. Another important feature of course is you can actually connect or pair your phone via Android or Apple. Like it's like Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. You have two different QR codes that can be scanned for Android or for Apple user interface, and you can mirror the screen, so your phone screen, on the TFT console. Now how cool is that? So that was really game changing. That is really game changing. Now what all features they can incorporate into that is something that's really cool. But for now, this is the overview. The price is, I believe it's around 3.15 is the starting, 3.15 or 3.18 ex showroom. That's pretty decent pricing given the current lineup, given the current prices that have really gone through the roof for all motorcycles across all segments. So overall, I feel this is a really beautifully made motorcycle. 160 section rear tire, 120 section front tire, and these are radial tubeless tires. Now these are not the regular brand that we see here in our market, but still they are radial tubeless tires, and they offer good road grip and support the chassis structure really well. You have beautifully laid out aluminum swing arm, the rear monoshock, and everything comes together in perfect harmony. The steel trellis frame, yeah, so they offer rock solid rigidity and balance and superb stability through the straight line or through the corners. In fact, through the corners it's far more stable, because the more rigid the setup, the more stable the bike is, following the right direction of travel through the corners. So that's pretty much it. This is an overview. Let's not waste any more time. Let's see how the bike revs in the real world conditions and how it screams performance. Let's hit the road now. So guys, now that I've given you a quick overview of the Zontes R350, can't wait to ride this. Looks like the Megatron among the motorcycles. Everything is keyless. The key fob is hidden underneath this. Just press this button to unlock or to start the thing. Here is the Megatron logo. Okay, engine kill switch is on. Turn on the ignition. The color TFT console is set to casual, but the riding mode is in sport. So we've hit 120 in no time, huh? Oh, do you feel the rush? Yeah, it's not one of the most refined engines out there, but it has that grunt deep down inside, which adds on to the character of the motorcycle. It has that muscle bike feeling. Looks like the Megatron, like from every sense. Just look at the face of this motorcycle. Reminds you of the Megatron. And man, this thing is kind of something different. Like especially GK350, I was literally floored by the kind of build quality it had on offer. The equipment, even this one, the levers and all are top notch. Even the side stand is of top quality. The backlit switches look awesome. Perfect evening here in Hyderabad. Nice, well placed rear view mirrors, good field of view, beautifully laid out color TFT console. One of the most gorgeous TFT consoles in this price range. Different layouts to choose from. It also comes with screen mirroring option. You can mirror your phone screen on this one. How cool is that? And everything else about this bike, yeah, it is firm, it is rigid, it's like a proper naked street fighter with the rigidity of a sport bike. And the comfort is kind of okay-ish. It's not too comfortable. If comfort is your top priority, I think the GK350 is better. It feels better in terms of comfort. The seat is better. This one is more sportier, want to take on the corners really hard. And yeah, sharper lean angles. Even the tires, they are radial tubeless tires. They kind of support the chassis really well. 43mm USD forks, superb directional stability through the corners, through the line that you follow through the corners, and superb, proper direction of travel is maintained through the corner. And even the road grip, you get a fat 120 section front and a super fat 160 section rear tire. And in terms of powertrain, 348cc single fuel injected liquid cooled, puts out close to 39 bhp, which is close to 40 ps and 33 newton meters. The gearbox is kind of twitchy, but I give it the benefit of the doubt because this is a media bike. It's been thrashed around by many people all across India, so I'm kind of the last guy to review it, maybe, but it's been worth the wait. I've been looking forward to it. It looks kick-ass, man. And any bike that, like, it starts with the looks. मुझे चाहिए ही चाहिए बस ये look, the killer looks, like if only looks could kill. This thing is absolutely right up there with the best of the best. The DRLs or the tail lamp, it looks like straight from the Star Wars universe or something, like a space age motorcycle, space ranger motorcycle. Let's turn around here. How can you? Yes, turning around is pretty easy. Handling is pretty good. You get an aluminium swing arm, neatly laid out. So this was a little stiff when I started riding it today, but by the end of the day it's easing out. So it's all about riding your motorcycle day in and day out. That's what keeps it in good shape. Ooh la la, rev the hell out of this machine, man. 9,800 RPM. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. This thing is phenomenal, huh? 9,700 RPM. Can we max it out? 6th gear. Okay, 157. Wow, that was awesome. And it's rock solid, huh? It doesn't, even wobble an inch. That's the rigidity and the stiffness that come in handy at high speeds. Once you cross the 100-kilometer mark, that's when the sportiness of the bike really comes alive. Higher RPM, the more you rev it. 9,700, 9,800 RPM is where it shifts, and it's really good. And overall, kind of like it, man. It's not too over the top pricing. It's priced really reasonably well now that all the prices have gone up of all motorcycles. So it has a good tank capacity and a seamless kind of design. Look at the way the tank lid is integrated. The seat it looks like this bike is straight from the future. Looks angry, actually. Look at this. Ooh la la, man, what a machine. You can keep looking at it all day long. People say the best motorcycle is the one that you want to get down and look back, because it's not something that you can live with, A motorcycle is something, it has to be something that you cannot live without, and this one is right up there with one of the finest packages, finest visual appeals that you can find in our market. So that's pretty much it. I kind of enjoyed riding and reviewing this. I just hope you had just as much as fun. Feel free to test ride it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, God bless, ride safe.